What's up guys? I'm going to do a how-to video of how to clean your Mega Drive controllers. And as you may know, I had got a bundle off eBay. It came with 4 controllers and tested all of them, and each one has like a different problem, even though they do work, but certain ones, certain buttons don't work on some of them, which I looked online and like 90% of the time it's the connectors inside that needs cleaning, or the buttons need cleaning in general. So I'm going to open it up and give it a thorough clean, and I'm just going to go through what's the problems with these pads. So this one works, but the D-pad's too stiff. I think the buttons, you have to press it a little bit hard to actually get it to work. Start works fine, but yeah, the D-pad is really tight. This is probably the only one that works the best out of all of these. This one has something like loose inside. It's making like a rattling noise. D-pad works, but you have to press extremely hard to get the buttons to actually do something. I think the start works on here fine. It's mainly the B and C, I think, on this. Or A and B, I can't remember. This one, which is the older model, I think, the very first model, I think, the controller, because these came in 3 different models. I'm not too sure what model this one is, the grey start button. But yeah, this one, it's got a longer cable, but once again, it's really hard to get the buttons to work. I think the C just doesn't work. The start just doesn't work. Everything else works, but you have to press really hard for it to do anything. And then this one, the Competition Pro with the turbo buttons. This one's fine actually. This one works fine, to be honest. It's more responsive than this one, I'd say. But the only problem with this is the C that doesn't work. So, for example, on Sonic, or any game that requires a jump, which C is jump, you can't jump, you just can't press it. It doesn't work when you press it, unless you press like left and then jump, or right and then jump, and then it works. So I really don't know why this is, or what's causing this to happen. I'm going to have to open it up and check it out. But the responsiveness of the A and B, it's perfectly fine, it works. So yeah, those are the 4 controllers. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to clean it. Alright, so this is pretty much all you need to fix the Mega Drive controller, and that's a screwdriver, Phillips head, cotton buds, and the main thing is rubbing alcohol, or isopropyl rubbing alcohol, 70%. I had to get this online because I looked everywhere in the shops and they just didn't have this for some reason. Even Boots, I even checked in Boots, and for some reason they don't have rubbing alcohol. That's pretty much it. Oh, and bucket full of water with just like your general washing up liquid inside, with a toothbrush in there. Okay, so all I'm going to do is quickly open this. I'm going to use this head so I don't lose the screws. Extremely dusty inside. Be careful not to lose anything here. That's that out. And then I can just pop this into the soapy water in here. Just pop it in there, give it a clean in a minute, and then be extremely careful with this cable. So I wonder what was causing the rattling noise. Pop this out, and Looks like bloody cobwebs. Let me get focused. That's all the amount of dirt in there. So this goes straight in. I need to remember how this goes back, just in case I mess it up again. This is the connectors that I need to clean. Oops. So I need to give all of that a wipe. Don't know where else. Just anywhere I can see dirt, I'm going to give it a wipe with the cotton buds. And then all of this, all the buttons can go in the tub of water. In fact, all of this is just go in. Give that a scrub. Whoops. There goes something. And I seen a piece of plastic that this is probably what was making the noise. So a bit of plastic is broken. All of that just goes in. And the back as well, or the front will go in. And we'll give that a clean. Right, time to clean the circuit board. And all I'm going to do is wet this with the rubbing alcohol. Try not to spill it everywhere. Give it a soak. Dab it on here just in case it might be too wet. And then just clean off the points where the buttons touch, just like so. Give it a good rub. And I'm going to do that pretty much anywhere I see dirt on here. So I will return after I've done this. As you can see, look at the dirt already. I've cleaned the circuit board with the rubbing alcohol, so now I'm just going to go and clean each one of these buttons. Do a good scrub. And the casing itself, get in between the button bits. So hopefully it'll be as good as new after all this is done. Give the button pads a good scrub so there's no more dirt and grime stuck in between. So this shouldn't really take too long. And then you probably would need like a towel or something to dry it out. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the other controllers, just dismantle it all and give it a clean. So with the other controller, I've cleaned everything out, just leaving it to dry because it is still wet. All these buttons are still wet. Gonna leave it to dry for, I don't know, like an hour. I do have a towel to dry it even more. So I'm just going to open this one up, give it a clean. Had to use a different screw, a screwdriver, because these were smaller screws than the other ones. This one is different. It doesn't have the this plastic bit that you had to pop out. The board looks a lot older compared to the other one. So that's the difference between those two controllers. It's more simple, I think, this one is. And the contacts are really dirty. You can't really see on the camera. So just take these buttons. So the main thing is cleaning. Oops. The main thing is cleaning these bits. Oh, this one's actually broke. Probably because it's been pressed too hard. So that's not good. Is that the reason why it doesn't work? I don't know. So I need to clean the rim around here because they've got some kind of crap on. you can't really tell. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up and let it to dry. Right, so now it's time to reassemble the controller since everything's all dry now. So this is the model with the grey start. So what you gotta do, just place everything back where it belongs. And what I did is, because there was still grime like around here, still dirt, so I had to get tissue and just like clean the holes like that to get it all off. So just fit everything back. Make sure I'm getting the right buttons though. So this was C. C goes in here, and then the D-pad. So that's in like that. Then comes the circuit board. Just place it on top. Make sure you don't have any like dust all in. Give it a blow. Because I noticed that when using the Q-tip, if you touch the soldering bits, it would catch on. So you want to be careful with that. And then this should just pop in like that. I think it's this way though. So the black bit's facing down. And then the last bit, this little plastic bit to secure it. And then you can kind of like test it. You can feel the buttons being pressed. Here comes the back. Fits in like so. Nice and snug because the cable is aligned properly. And it feels a lot more better. But the only problem is start button's in the wrong way. D-pad feels good, buttons feel good. Just need to open it up again and swap this around because it's sticking out. Okay, we are testing out the first controller that we worked on, and it was the one that had the rattly plastic inside, and literally none of the buttons worked. Well, they did work, but you had to press really hard. And the D-pad worked, and I don't think the start worked. But it looks pretty good at the moment. So C works fine, and like the sensitivity is really good after cleaning it. And A as well. They all work pretty much the same. So looking good at the moment. See if start works fine. So a pretty successful job, I'd say. Just by cleaning it. Oops. Right, that will do for the test. That is the Mega Drive controller all fixed. Hopefully I won't have this problem again. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this how to fix your Mega Drive controller. And this is only one way to fix it. Not too sure what happens when the cable breaks, etc. Yeah. So I hope this helps for you guys who have had the same problem as I had. Anyway, see you again next time.